Hi Salem-Keizer, thank you for joining us to celebrate the start of bond-funded construction at South Salem High School. I'm Karma Kraus, the Capital Construction Public Engagement Manager for Salem-Keizer and for the 2018 bond program. It's my pleasure to be the MC today for our virtual groundbreaking event for South Salem High School. In keeping with Governor Brown's Stay Home, Save Lives order, we've canceled our in-person events and are holding virtual groundbreakings this spring. Under the governor's order, construction businesses may continue to operate provided they implement social distancing policies. We want to thank our contractors for putting these policies into practice and modeling and putting safety first. We'd also like to take a moment before we start our event today to say thank you to essential workers in our community. We are so appreciative for what you do to keep us safe and healthy, so thank you to our law enforcement, our first responders, our healthcare workers, service and delivery workers, and so many more. Thank you for what you do for us. For our virtual groundbreaking event today, we have local dignitaries, school leaders, and community partners who have some words they'd like to share with us to celebrate the start of construction at South. Let's start off today with hearing from our mayor, Chuck Bennett.
Chuck Bennett here in Salem, and I'm just really pleased to have an opportunity to take part in this virtual groundbreaking. It's a real credit to Salem-Keizer School District that they are using this opportunity to really practice and show social distancing. I'm going to take off my mask, just a little easier to talk. The nearly $620 million bond, which was approved in May 2 years ago, is really going to fund improvements at schools across the city, across the school district. It's proof how much we value education in our communities and really the future of the city of Salem. This is the kind of decision that our community can make to ensure that we have the facilities that we need for young people to really learn and thrive as they move into their future. It will give us the kind of educated population providing high quality skills to improve both our local economy and their lives for the betterment of both the students and the community. Our support for the school bond provides important investment into our local economy at a time when it's never been more important. So again, thank you for inviting me to be part of this online festivities, and I hope the kids really enjoy all the new facilities and the teachers and the administrators. Salem-Keizer School District is a wonderful institution. Thank you.
Hello, Salem-Keizer and supporters of South Salem High School. We've started work on important investments for your school. Our district and community have invested a lot of time, energy, and effort to get to the place we are today. About 3 years of work went into planning, creating, and passing this historic bond, with many thanks to our community for the support and engagement during the process. I want to acknowledge the work of the Long Range Facilities Planning Task Force, District Construction Services staff, my fellow members of the school board, the Yes for Salem-Keizer School Committee, and of course the voters of Salem and Keizer. I want to share a message with you that speaks to the importance of our growing relationships with all our communities. The Indian Education Department, in collaboration with the district's Indian Education Parent Advisory Committee, has prepared a land acknowledgement that the district will use at all of our public events. At each of our groundbreaking events, a school board member will share a slightly abridged land acknowledgement as follows. Acknowledgement is critical in building the necessary trust to coexist in harmony with one another. Indigenous tribes and bands have been on the lands that we inhabit today in the Willamette Valley and throughout Oregon and the Northwest for time immemorial. Here in the Willamette Valley, the ancestry of the Kalapuya reaches the furthest back in time, reminding us that this bountiful and plentiful valley has been called home by its original inhabitants long before the names of snowy peaks in the distance carry the names they do today. It is important to understand the significance of this as the people of this land still exist and inhabit this valley not as heirs to it or archaeological artifacts, but as mutual contributors to the modern society we live in. We forward our respect to the first peoples of this land, and we reflect on the displacement and genocides that took place. And we honor the gravity of our past giving guarantee that people may live in harmony and equity on this land until the end of time. We would like this acknowledgement to be used as a tool of peace and mutual respect to all those who reside in the sacred lands of the Willamette Valley. Please join us in uncovering such truths at any and all public events. Thank you.
Like all schools in the state, South Salem High School is currently closed by Governor Brown's orders in an effort to slow the spread of the coronavirus. While that means we can't have students be part of this official launch of construction, we are moving ahead with our eyes on the future. And that future includes continuing to deliver all of the wonderful new educational spaces the Salem-Keizer School District promised us in this bond. We know we will withstand all of our challenges and will soon realize the benefits of improved and additional learning spaces for our students and our future generations. Here at South Salem High School, the scope and budget for our bond work has increased since the original plan in this bond program. Based on input from our school's design team, about $7 million were added to our project to address needs identified in the design process. Bond construction will add 12 new general classrooms, 2 new science labs, spaces to support students in special education, 2 expanded career and technical education program areas to support culinary and sports medicine, and more. All of this work is expected to be done by the end of next summer, sometime around September of 2021. Thank you to the Salem-Keizer community for supporting this bond. Thank you to Anderson Shirley Architects for their brilliant work. Thank you to our multiple construction companies who are taking on the various components of our major project. We appreciate our community working together to create new opportunities for our students. As you may discover from the bond work, improvements and expansions at South High include replacing the original Leslie Junior High School building with modern and seismically stronger classrooms and performing arts spaces. While it's sad to see one of our historic buildings go, it is imperative that we take every measure we can to ensure the safety of our students, staff, and community. The old Leslie building will be gone from the site, but not from our hearts. A video memorial is in the works to protect and preserve the thoughts, experiences, and memories of this local historic building. Please help us create this video by contributing photos, stories, and memories of time spent at the Leslie Junior High School campus. Now, our very own South Salem High School students would like to share a few words about the improvements planned for our school. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Presley Hannah. I'm a sophomore at South Salem High School. I'm so honored that I get to speak to you about the additions to South. It's hard to say goodbye to spaces like the Old South Annex and the Rose Auditorium. There's a lot of love and history in those places, and I, along with many other students, have made a lot of memories there. South is one of the oldest schools in the Salem-Keizer School District, and its history will live on in our memories. What's great is that the new generation of students can make memories in the new areas that are on their way. Although we have temporary adjustments like relocations of classrooms and limited parking, the new science labs, music rooms, auxiliary gym, auditorium, classrooms, and more are going to benefit the students in so many ways. The new technology will provide a compelling learning environment for the future years. I'm so grateful that I get to experience the before and after of this project. I'm eager to see the outcome because I know it'll be fantastic and that the students coming to South High will have great learning spaces. Thank you to everyone who helped to make this project possible. Go South!
Hello, my name is Sangha Flutie, and I'm a member of the South Salem class of 2020. With the bond work happening, it's hard to see teachers making a transition from their classrooms to new temporary rooms in the portables and changing classrooms in the building. As a football player, it's tough to see the practice field turn into a portable city. My brother will be going through the bond construction during his senior year and will graduate before the work has been completed. But with hard times come new beginnings. This work is something we really need to have happen, and the incoming classes will benefit for years to come. The students going through construction next year will learn flexibility and will learn how to adapt to challenges that pop up with the construction. The students who will attend South after construction has been completed will benefit from more classrooms, updated music, drama, and CTE spaces. In addition to new classrooms, we will have a new auxiliary gym, tennis courts, and additional parking, which I know students will appreciate. Probably one of the biggest impacts in my high school career was Chef Hofer's culinary program. Chef had one of the smallest, most outdated classrooms and one of the biggest programs in the school. Even with the number of students, extremely outdated facilities, Chef managed to teach us. She managed to keep our spirits high, make learning really fun, and inspired me to be a teacher. Of all the programs getting new spaces, I'm so happy to see that Chef is getting a new culinary classroom. The future Saxons who will take culinary will be so lucky to get to learn in such a great space. This bond work is really going to be a great thing for South Salem. While it will be a challenge while it's happening, the outcome is going to be amazing. I will be back to tour the facility when the work is done. Once a Saxon, always a Saxon. Chee! Woo!
It's a tradition at each of our groundbreaking events to end with a ceremonial turning of the dirt to symbolically recognize the start of construction. But because we aren't holding a live event, not all of our dignitaries will have a chance to use the awesome golden shovels that were created by our career and technical education students. I want to recognize and thank South Salem's own digital art and graphic design teacher Dave Pluster and his amazing students for designing the shovels for our event. We're so happy that you joined us today to celebrate this historic investment in South Salem High School and in the Salem-Keizer community. Thank you to all of Salem-Keizer for supporting the 2018 bond measure, which will benefit students for years to come. And congratulations, South Salem.